started probably paying myself after about 2 years of live trading. I'd done the 2 years of live trading. But yeah, I've been trading before then, but yeah, my account and everything was fully cleared. Yeah, 2 years into live trading, just under. So my main market I trade is the Bund, 10-year Bund. I also trade the Euro stocks, commodities, gold, oil. My style is kind of different for different markets, I guess. With the Bund, it's kind of like that's my main market. My main strategy I employ is kind of like range expansion, range contraction sort of trades and understanding that. And then with stuff like oil and gold, kind of more momentum breakouts. Yeah, stocks as well is pretty similar to how I trade the Bund, kind of longer term, stuff like that, yeah. So yeah, Simon took myself and Nick in at the start of the year, and yeah, it just kind of helps us in terms of understanding, trying to get better at how we trade, not necessarily changing how we trade, but just making sure we're kind of doing the right things and sharing ideas, and it's really helpful as to have actually someone kind of looking out for you, I guess, in that sense, yeah, trying to help you. So for me, probably kind of risk management and consistency of risk management. Kind of always struggled. The biggest thing with like getting my account up and be able to take money out was kind of always about, I always could make money, but then I had a problem with kind of hanging on to it for which is kind of the whole stunted the growth of the account, I guess. But then that's the thing, once I kind of I solved that issue, it didn't take long for me to be able to get to the point where you can start doing those things. So yeah, definitely, and it's the biggest thing I still struggle with now, so I mean, it's just something you always deal with. Just working really, I mean, it's cliche, but just working really hard at trying to understand my biggest, where my biggest trades are. Because of that, and then easier for me to kind of protect the money. You see what I mean? Because I know that's where I'm taking my money, the highest percentage of my risk, sorry, my profits is coming from. So therefore, I don't, I'm a lot better now, protecting that profit as opposed to just risking it all the time. I guess it's recently, I mean, this year I had a really good run of consistency throughout the start of the year, which was something I hadn't done in a while. I mean, yeah, in terms of long run consistency, I was really pleased with. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a necessarily a one-off thing, but yeah, just actually from where I was kind of always I could make money, I could lose money, but then I actually went through a period, which I never really actually, you hear about people who go on runs, right, but it's actually to do it was a quite cool sort of thing. But now it's a standard, which is good to have, I guess. So the whole team, I mean, as an Axia team, then we have, we have so many different traders on the floor. I mean, we're kind of lucky, really lucky to have so many different styles and people who have different opinions, and it's really, it's whether it comes down to trading or, central banks or whatever, I mean, whether themes in the market, it's kind of, you have so many people to listen to, whether you disagree with them or not, or, I mean, it kind of always is great to have other people who aren't necessarily going to say yes, to, agree with you, or do they do agree with you? And then then we have a smaller team within the team with us, which is also really good. I mean, and we all kind of join in as well, so you still have that kind of same feel of the big kind of trading floor, but it's a lot more kind of looking out for each other, I guess, kind of thing like that, sharing ideas. So I mean, I have a few goals. Both I have kind of monetary goals, and then I have sort of like size goals. Then I have my kind of just general how I want to get better at trading. So I mean, yeah, I mean I have a certain number of where I want to get my account by the end of the year. I want to trade a certain size in the Bund at the start of the year, and just kind of my kind of as a a parameter kind of goal was just to be kind of a bit more calm, collected, professional. That was just kind of just as a broad thing, just to be able to do that. And then if I can do that, the other one should kind of hopefully come through as well. No, I mean, obviously I do the streams, but I don't specifically mentor someone. Or yeah, I mean, obviously more than happy to speak to people if they ever ask me questions. But no, I wouldn't say I'm a mentor right now. But yeah, always free to speak to anyone if they want my opinion. I guess I mean, yeah, I mean, if I feel that someone is, it's just more that if I want to do something like that, it's just because like as a, you'd think that there's like a mutual connection or something. You know what I mean? Like there's like everyone kind of. So like the reason why Simon is like said for me and Nick's because we all kind of got on before and there was kind of like we were interested in how he traded. So I mean if there was someone who was to say being like that's the thing, if everyone asked questions, I'd kind of naturally gravitate to trying to help that person. If you see what I mean. So that's kind of not because it's like oh you have to choose me to be your mentor, but because if he's asking you questions, it's like oh this guy's interested. I think you kind of need that because if you don't care about how someone trades the flipper, right? You're not going to want to learn from the flipper. I mean, you may be a really good flipper trader, but that's just kind of how I see it. But obviously, if there's anyone like that, yeah, it'd be really cool. Yeah, eventually, obviously, kind of once maybe I'm a bit more experienced.